look at your rate per mile, like how much you're making for every mile you drive. So you gotta pay, because all your expenses is getting taken out of that 5,000. So this load here going from California to West Virginia, it's about $5,130. We break that down, that's about $1.93 a mile. So I'm making $1.93, I'm grossing $1.93 for every mile I drive. So what exactly does that mean? Well, again, you got to figure out your expenses. How much does it cost to run this truck? You got to look at maintenance, the truck payments, the cost of fuel. And you got to factor all of those in. You got to figure out where your break even is for a load. Like, what is the bare minimum you have to make off one load in order to break even? So, in my sense, if I make $1.70 per load or $1.70 per mile, that is my break even. Which means that I am not going to make any profit. So that's important to know, because anything above $1.70, that goes in my pocket. So $1.93 a mile, that means I'm making what? 33 cents profit per mile. So 33 cents per mile for every mile I drive, and I think this was a 2,000 miles or 2,500 miles. So you got to break down the math there and figure out like 2,000 times 0.3. So Okay, so this was the tire that was bad on my truck. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. As you can see, it was a drive. Can't really see it on this picture, so we're going to get a close-up. See a little patching right there, and right there some more, and right there. So that was what was bad with the tire. And had I not done the pre-trip, that sidewall would have blown out. And that would have thrown shrapnel at whatever car was passing me at the time. So obviously a tire can't be driven like that. So I'm glad that I caught it before it became an issue.